Hello everyone. So in today's lecture we are going to learn the basics of Python programming, and in that we will be learning more about strings. So what is a string? String is basically a sequence of characters with either single or double quotes. So as you can see in this example, students is mentioned in single quotes as well as we can also mention it in double quotes. Both will give you the same answer. Also, we can have more than one words, that is collection of words stored in single quotes or double quotes. All have the same meaning, right? So now if I take a simple example here, if I have a string hello that I have stored in a variable str, so what is happening is the first letter is represented by 0 index, second letter is represented by 1, and similarly the last index is represented by size minus 1. So what is the size of hello? Size is 5. So size minus 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. So if you want to access the letter of the string, any specific letter of the string, then you have to write the index here. So if I am writing string in square brackets, if I am writing 0, it will give me the first letter of the string. Then if I am writing 1, it will give me the second letter of the string. In this way, if I am writing 4, it will give me the last letter of the string. So next is, if I talk about strings, strings are immutable in nature. Why? Because if let's say I have a string country that I have stored in a variable y, and if I want to change the first letter of the string country, so how to access the first letter? We are going to write the name of the string in square brackets. I'm writing the first letter and I'm trying to assign a new letter to it, that is D. But when I do so, I'll be getting an error because strings are immutable in nature. We cannot change its value. Now, this was a basic introduction about string. Now, let's switch to the practical session now. So, as I've discussed in the theoretical part, I can store a string in single quotes, and let's see the output. So, it can be stored this way, and the output is having single quotes, right? Now, if I want to store the string in double quotes, I can also do the same. And we can see that both the strings are giving the same output with single quotes. Either I store it in single quotes or in double quotes. Now we can also store collection of words or strings. So I'm writing I love teaching, which is having 3 words. And we can see that it will be perfectly displayed here. So now copy the same string again and let's just put it in double quotes. So again, we are going to get the same result. Now let's say if I take some string India and I want to print it, let's say 10 times. So if I do so, I can see that India has been printed 10 times. But because there is no space between the strings, so what I'll do is again I'll copy this and I will put a space before the string, and we can see that now there is some space between the different strings, right? Now there comes a special case. Let's say if I write I am a teacher. So I wanted to write I am a teacher into the single quotes, but when I tried to assign the single quote here, the sentence got ended here. So for this is the single colon apostrophe, and this is the double apostrophe, and for this the string ended here. So if I try to print it like this, now I thought that yeah, I can put this whole sentence in the single quotes, and if I try to see the answer, this will give me an error. And how to resolve this issue? I'll simply copy this string and I will store it in double quotes, and then we can see that we can perfectly get this answer, I am a teacher. But there is another way to solve the same thing. For that, what we can do is, if we need to put it in single colon or single quotes itself, so here we will be using backward slash just before the quotes. So yeah, if I write it like this, I'm getting same answer, I am a teacher, that I have got here. So there are 2 ways of resolving this issue. If let's say I have a word which is having such apostrophes. So for that, what we need to do is, if it is a single apostrophe, then we can store the result in double quotes, or if there is we can also store it, we can also solve this by putting a backward slash before the quote, the apostrophe, and then we get the perfect answer. Now let's take one more example. I don't like pizza. So here also we are facing the same issue. Python considered this as a string from this to this. So to handle this issue, first of all, we see that it is going to give me the error. So I will copy this and store it in double quotes. We can see that there is no error now. Or the other way is, if I want to store it in single quotes only, then before this I need to put the backward slash, and I can see that it's perfectly fine. So now let's understand few more topics here. Now if I, instead of writing single quote here, single apostrophe, if I write double quotes, let's say, so I'm writing double quote here, and if I'm storing it in single quotes, so it will be displayed perfectly. But what if I store it in double quotes? Then it will give me the error, because the string started from here and it ended here. So that's why, to resolve it, what we will do is, we'll copy this string. Let's copy this string and put it here. And before this double quote, we are going to put the backward slash, and we can see that it is giving me the right result. Right. Now, till now, we have been simply writing the string and getting the outputs. And we can see that when I'm trying to write the string here, we are getting the strings in single quotes, right? Now, what will be the output if I write, let's say I'm writing a string corona. And if I write it in single quotes here in print function, then we can see in the output, we are not getting the string in quotes. Similarly, I can also write corona is a fatal disease. I can see it is perfectly running, right? Now there is one more case that I need to discuss with you. Let's say if I say you scored 500 marks, and in the next line I'll copy this and I write the same statement with different marks. And when I try to see the output of this, you all must be thinking that it will be giving me two different statements with the same printing statements that we have written here. But let's see the output. The output is the second string has been updated on the first. So to get different outputs, what we will do is, we'll print it in, we'll keep this result in print statement. And here when I paste it, I'm getting this. Again, I'll copy this. And I here write 50. So I can see that I get two statements here when I use print. Otherwise, in this case, it is only taking the second one. So now coming to the escape sequences. Before that, let's enter a string here. Let's say I'm writing MIT University here. Perfectly, the string has been printed. Now, copy the same statement. And here I am writing \n. So what will be the output? This \n here is an escape sequence, which gives next line. So this will be there in the first line, but just after this \n, this university will come into the next line. We can see the output here. You can perfectly see that Amity is in the first line, and after this \n and \n, university is into the second line. Now let's copy it again. And here if I put some space, then we can see the output that there is some space here, just because of this change that we have created here. Now there is one more escape sequence. that is \t. That means it gives a space of a tab. So here we are getting a space of the tab. So we can see that both the strings Amity and University have been separated by this tab space. And if I copy this again and I put more \t, then the space has been increased by 2 tabs. So basically, this is something related to the introduction of strings. In the next lecture, we will study about the various methods applied on the string. That's all for today. See you in the next lecture.